Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. For those of you who are new to my channel, child, let me introduce you to the Jungle Beauty Goddesses, the life-size fabric sculpture dolls you see sitting behind me. I created these beings myself, and as I was sewing them, they would not stop talking to me. And this led to my Jungle Beauty Goddess book series, which is a juicy story about human evolution, my Jungle Beauty Goddess Oracle deck, and my Jungle Beauty Goddess spell rings and ancestor money, available in my Etsy shop. But what I want to talk to you about today, guys, is the original meaning of the word weird and why it is so important to embrace your weirdness. So I literally woke up this morning and I don't know if there's a word, it's an acronym for the word weird, just popped in my head from my dreams, where it just seems like it was downloaded from the osmosis. I had a friend who called me weird. People call me weird my whole life, by the way. But the acronym for weird that I have created is women embracing inner relationship with divine. Now, I've decided to look up the history of the word weird, and we're going to talk about it. I get so excited, so let me try to keep myself together. So basically, the original meaning of the word weird, which was spelled W-Y-R-D, is one's guiding light, that which is ordained, fate, destiny, one's lot in life, oracle, prediction. Basically, is when when a person is walking in their truth, when a person it is being true to the divine spirit within them. That is the original meaning of the word weird. Did you guys know that? But guess who changed it? So anyway, the word was used as, I think originally, this is in the 1400s, it was used as a verb. So when someone said weird, they mean it was destined, it was ordained, that it was that, you know, is one's guiding light, as I said before, to embrace things that are spoken by the gods. That's another thing. People said it meant that it had been spoken by the gods. It's fate, destiny. Okay, we got it. So that was the original meaning. And there was a story, I think there was some type of German mythology story in the 1500s, and they said there were 3 goddesses who controlled the destiny of humans, and they controlled fate. They spun fate. They turned fate. They determined what was going to happen, and the word weird was also used in that connection with the 3 goddesses who controlled human destiny. But then they said, but that was in the 1500s. But Shakespeare has all the credit, darling, of changing the meaning from meaning fate and destiny and being in alignment with one's spirit to being weird and strange and odd and different. And when in his play Macbeth, there were 3 witches who could predict the future, which the thing is, and they said it's the way he depicted them, they looked like hags, you know, they were very unattractive. So people began to associate the word weird with being, you know, looking unattractive, talking unattractively, like the witches in Macbeth. And from the 18th century forward, the word was no longer associated with fate, destiny, walking in one's truth, or one's guiding light, or what was ordained, or fate or destiny. The word then moved to strange, odd, different, you know, a person who was a freak, Shakespeare's, I don't want to say his definition, but his spin on the word, it actually stuck. So to this day, when people say that you are weird, they're saying that you're strange and you're different and all this other good stuff. But the original meaning is, it has to do with being true to your guiding light, being true to your spirit, listening to being guided by your higher self, being guided being in alignment with the divine plan for your life. Isn't that interesting? Nah, tell me that's not interesting. So the thing is, when I read about the original meaning of the word weird, it just touched my heart, because I believe that the original meaning of the word is still, it still holds, even though people have tried to change it. So when somebody say you're weird, what they're really saying to you is they want you to take a look at your behavior and see what you can do to become just like everybody else, right? Get yourself together. You know, when somebody say, you're so weird, and you start thinking like, why? What's wrong with me? Oh my God, something is wrong with me. When somebody call you weird, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you, darling. It means something is right about you. It means that you're walking in your truth, and you're not just another face in the crowd. You are allowing the goddess within you to shine through. So one of the things that I was thinking about when I was doing research about the word weird is, I think that as a society, we want people to be disconnected from that inner guidance, that, to their truth. Because of course I want you to come to work, from corporate America. I want you to wear the appropriate suit. I want you to cut off your hair. Even though there is just, the world is changing a lot. We are really allowing more and more people to express their inner truth, and I think that is so awesome. But basically, the more we allow people to listen to their inner voice, I feel like we lose control of society. I mean, who's going to go and fight wars for you if they say, look, they didn't do anything to me, I don't believe them. Even though some people still have that option, I just think the more connected we are with our truth, there's actually more peace in the world. So anyway, being weird, the original meaning, means to walk in alignment with your truth. And I feel like if you don't own your weirdness, your weirdness will own you. Like, the world will own you. Like you. So for example, I feel like when people tell us that, when people say that we're weird, we become defensive, and we start self-reflecting, and we start thinking about our behaviors and our beliefs, and we want to get in alignment with what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is thinking, so that we can, fit in, because, there are benefits to fitting in, right? So for me, I am a very, all my life, my family has always accused me of being sensitive. People say I'm sensitive, and I would say I'm not sensitive, because it would just make me defensive, and like you're just so sensitive. Like, why are you just so sensitive? And I would just say, no, I'm not sensitive. But to me, the more I disconnected from my truth, from my inner guidance, from my inner relationship with divine, with my truth, to me, this put me in a position to be disconnected from my dreams and what it is I really wanted, not just in relationships, but just in a lot of things. Because once you are disconnected from your truth, you are more pliable and palatable. People can deal with you better. You're easier to get along with, because you're a people pleaser, right? But when you are connected to your truth, child, you stand strong, and you're going to push certain people away, and only certain people are going to be able to handle you or deal with you. But the people who are able to handle you and deal with you are people who are really meant to be in your life. But you have to first be, brave enough, have enough courage to own your stuff. So now I realize that when the people are right, I am sensitive. I own my sensitivity, because it allows me to make sure that I put myself in situations where I feel that I'm being honored, that I'm being cherished, that I'm being respected. When I was in denial about my sensitivity, I would just say, oh no, that didn't bother me. Oh no, that doesn't hurt. So another thing about my weirdness, I love being weird, thank you. Women embracing, child, inner relationship with divine. That is what weird means. Is that behind me you see my dolls, right? So there are a lot of people who used to comment on my videos, and they used to say that my dolls look weird, or my dolls look creepy, or why do I make dolls, or you know, just a lot of really negative comments. And somebody wrote once, I started to click on your videos, but I saw those weird looking dolls, and it's just like, why would you make them? Or like, it just turned me off. Maybe you should consider moving your dolls. And I have several backgrounds, guys, and I thought about it, like, but whenever I hide my jungle beauty goddesses, I feel sick inside, like my stomach hurts, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I don't want to be, if you don't like my dolls, then just don't watch my channel. You know, you don't have to watch them. There's like billions of other channels. But to me, to hide this part of my personality is just, it's like self-betrayal, or just not loving myself. It's not being true to myself. So one of the reasons, after, you know, reading so many comments, I don't know if you guys ever wonder why I start my video off with, you know, introducing them, is because I've had so many really, you know, hurtful and negative comments about my dolls. And so I'm just like letting people know, look, these are my babies, okay? You know, like, you know, okay. But I do that so that people know that, no, I didn't, they're there because this is my creativity area in my Feng Shui of my home. I created them. They are the biggest part of my being in terms of my creativity and expression. And so I have to own that weirdness. Even the fact that they talk to me, which they really do talk to me, guys. Like, they really don't. So I am working on book 4 in my Jungle Beauty Goddess book series, which is Crystal Ball. And the series is really focused on Katara. She is the one with the head wrap here. And when I was making her, I wanted to give her hair. I wanted her to have hair, and she refused hair. She said, she talked about authenticity, and, you know, the reason that people have different textures of hair is to accommodate them in terms of the geography of where they live, and that it is beautiful. And she said something like, have you ever walked 20 miles just to get get fresh water? Or if you knew anything about culture and people and the different types of beauty, then you would not demand that I have hair. Look, this is a real conversation with Katara, y'all. So and also another part of my weirdness is I'm in the process of writing book 4, and there are these, believe it or not, and this it's just too much. There are 3 witches, and they, oh, here we are. So there are 3 witches, and they own a brothel, and they I don't know if you guys, a couple videos I have on this, what do you call it, a bustier, a corset, and, you know, I can see the images of my characters, and to some degree I become those characters. I wear those things. So if you see me get a little bit weirder than normal, just know that I am channeling the scenes, the experiences that I need in order to create this book. But that is a part of my weirdness, me as a woman embracing my inner relationship with divine. Now, another thing I want to say about this whole like connection with our inner relationship with divinity is having the, you know, it's very important to be able to speak your truth, just to say what's on your heart, and be okay with people disagreeing with you. So I'm going to say something that's a little controversial, and I really debate it, but I really, like, again, I want to embrace the truth of who I am. And that is about, you know, the recent decision about a woman's rights with her body. And I really feel like, okay, don't hate me. If you want to, don't hate me, but just take it in as another viewpoint. So let's just say this. A lot of people say that women are losing their rights, right? That we are oppressing women. Now, scientifically, when a woman is using birth control, there's been a ton of studies about this. She is more likely to select a man who does not love her, who does not want to protect her, provide for her, be consistent with her, have a real relationship with her, because there is no risk involved. And another thing they found is that when we use that type of protection, it changes her brain in a way that she is no longer able to make the logical decisions that would help her choose better. So if you are not worried about, your protection not working, and, there's some guy, he's pretty hot and he's cute, you're thinking like, hey, I can, tap into my inner slut, you know what I'm saying? I hope they don't tag my video for this, but anyway, you don't have to worry about people. You don't have to worry about that guy, or because you feel like, oh, what's the big deal? But when women are, have a more difficult time, first of all, when women have a more difficult time getting rid of, something she didn't want to happen, they said that something about the hormones in the brain, that it actually it make women are more likely to select men who are leaders, providers, men who want commitments. Like, women just make better decisions. So the guys who don't have it together, they don't get none, because she's like, you too high risk. You too high risk, and I don't know if I'll maybe get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think that as women, as we embrace our inner relationship with divinity, darling, I think we will start making, better decisions about who we want to, our relationships. There are a lot of single mothers. There's a lot of women who are raising children by themselves because they have disconnected themselves from their relationship with their divinity. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that. Please don't be angry with me, but I just wanted to share that there's always multiple ways to look at something. So I am, pro-choice, by the way, but I also look at things from a very collective, big picture perspective. And so the most important thing about weird or weirdness is that it means that a person is walking in their truth. And I think that in order for you to live the life of your dreams, child, you have to first become the woman of man of your own dreams. You have to be the person that you're looking for. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to be that in order to attract the right person. But I think you can't do that if you are denying really important aspects of your personality. If you are denying your true feelings, if you are denying the things that you really enjoy, the things that you like, if you will never find the right person until you become the right person. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video about the importance of tapping into your weirdness, accepting your weirdness, being true to yourself so you can attract your tribe, people who love you for who you are, so you can protect yourself. If you're in denial about certain traits about yourself, you won't be able to take advantage of them. Other people will take advantage of you. Like, again, my sensitivity, me being in denial about my sensitivity has really put me in a lot of bad situations. But now that I own my sensitivity, I know how, I work to protect myself. I work to be more honest and to speak my truth, even though yeah, you know, you might step on some toes, but if you don't own your truth, if you don't, you know, walk by the light of your guiding light, by the God inside of you, you'll find yourself being faceless in a crowd where nobody care or love you, because no one is ever going to love you or care about you more than you love yourself. But anyway, I really hope this video helps someone. Thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you, darlings, in the next video.